running a more profitable and sustainable business. The content we're going to look at today is a little bit about people, a little bit about rising costs, which are always going to be there. And then the end section is about building business growth and, as I said, really importantly, sustainability. First of all, generating profit, because generating profit pays all the bills. But it's also important to keep your eye, of course, on cash flow. And there are many small businesses in the independent tyre sector that really just monitor the business by saying, if I've got more money in the bank at the end of the month than I've got at the beginning of the month, I think I'm doing okay. It should be a bit more technical than that, and we're going to cover that in a short while. The last element, of course, for success in business is about looking after your most important asset. And the most important asset in any business, of course, is its people. A job advert looks something like this. Tyre fitter wanted, good rates of pay. Well, let's look at the word advert, because we all know that any advert is about selling something. I don't care what sector you're in. Any advert should be about selling something. And tyre fitter wanted, good rates of pay, is not selling the business or the role. So how about changing the advert? Excellent opportunity for a tyre technician to join a fantastic team in a flourishing business that has plans for growth and expansion. February, let's knock 10% off of everything, okay? If you are a fast fit business that's making a 45% margin and you knock 10% off everything, you've got to increase volume by 30% to stand still. How many businesses could cope with that? % increase in price. If I were to ask all the businesses in a room, for example, or on this webinar, how many of you believe that you could get an additional pound on £100 sale? I'm sure many of you will be nodding. So it's fairly realistic. So a 1% increase in price plus one extra wheel alignment a day. And I've used a wheel alignment cost of £35. One extra wheel alignment day at £35 generates an extra £6,000 additional sales revenue. And because all your overheads stay the same, it's additional gross profit and therefore net profit. And a typical tyre inquiry goes along the lines of, oh, hello, could you give me the price of a 205 55 17 tyre, please? Yeah, of course we can. What sort of thing are you looking for? Budget, mid-range or premium? Oh, I don't know. What would you recommend? Right. Well, if you want a budget, they're £70. If you want a mid-range, they're £95. And premium start at £120. And that's it. There's no mind-blowing skill in the way that inquiry was handled. Emotion is about how they feel about the whole experience. Mayor Angelo came up with a saying a few years ago: people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Demonstrating interest. What's the best way of demonstrating interest? By asking good quality questions. And let's be honest, how many of us would prefer to buy from people that show an interest? We all do. Your customers are no different. And one of the best ways of demonstrating interest is customer engagement, asking good quality questions. So rather than what sort of thing you're looking for, mate, budget, mid-range or premium, better quality questions. If it's a phone call, I'll just take some details from you. What's the make, model and year of the car, please? What sort of mileage do you do? Typically, what sort of roads do you drive on? How often do you drive on country lanes or dual carriageways? In summary, the building blocks of successful growth are, I know what you're talking about. Apply proven structures to help your guys handle enquiries. When I talk with front of house staff about the customer experience, what I'm talking about is a concept of managing perceptions and getting customers to drive away feeling positive about the service that they've received. But they must be feeling something when they drive away. Add on to that good leadership and add on to that marginal gains, and you've got the building blocks for success.